You know that eerie pull when a riff slithers into your skull and refuses to check out? Yeah, that's Hotel California by the Eagles, the track that's been haunting airwaves since the 70s, like a ghost with impeccable guitar skills. It's the kind of song that lures you in with that shimmering desert mirage vibe, only to whisper secrets about excess, greed, and the kind of LA highlife that leaves you questioning if you ever really left. But beneath those hypnotic harmonies and that legendary solo, there's a tangle of buried drama, stolen scribbles, band brawls in the studio, and lyrics that sparked wild rumors from Satan worship to cannibal cults. Stick around because we're peeling back the layers on the Eagles' Hotel California history, the behind-the-song madness, and meanings that twist like a bad acid trip. By the end, you might just find yourself stabbing it with your steely knives. But good luck killing this beast. Let's rewind to the ignition point where this monster was born. Picture Don Felder, this guitar wizard who'd just joined the Eagles in '74, holed up in a rented beach house in Malibu. He's tinkering away on a 4-track recorder, slapping together a demo with a cheap Rhythm-Ace drum machine and a 12-string guitar. The result? This reggae-tinged groove that the band dubbed Mexican reggae, because why not slap a sombrero on a rock epic? Felder hands cassettes to Don Henley and Glenn Frey, and bam, the spark ignites. Henley, the brooding poet of the bunch, latches onto the theme, a surreal hotel where you check in but your sanity checks out. He later called it their take on the high life in Los Angeles, a journey from wide-eyed innocence to jaded experience. But dig deeper, those lyrics weren't just pulled from thin air. Frey and Henley drew from late-night drives into LA, where the city lights glowed like a seductive trap, luring dreamers into Hollywood's grinder. It's like an episode of The Twilight Zone crashed into John Fowles's novel The Magus, where a weary traveler stumbles into a world of freaky illusions. And here's a cheeky nugget. Felder met the Eagles through his old high school buddy Bernie Leadon, who basically said, "Hey kid, send them your tapes. They might not bite." Lucky for us they did, or we'd be stuck without that opening line, "On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair." Origins? Straight from those endless California roads, evoking isolation and mystery. But the real twist, that warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Colitas means little tails in Spanish, slang for cannabis buds in Mexico. Felder swears it's a desert flower that stinks up the night. But come on, in 70s LA, it's the scent of rock star indulgence, baby, wafting like a promise of paradise gone wrong. Now fast forward to the album Saga, where the real launch drama unfolds like a soap opera with amps. The Eagles were already riding high off one of these nights in '75, but tensions were brewing. Bernie Leadon splits, Joe Walsh slides in with his wild energy, and Randy Meisner is hanging on by a thread. They're crafting the Hotel California album, their 5th, a shift from twangy country rock to straight-up arena thunder. Recording bounces between the record plant in LA and Criteria Studios in Miami, because producer Bill Shimchick is terrified of earthquakes. Talk about ironic for a band singing about inescapable traps. They cut Hotel California 3 times, tweaking the key from E minor to B minor so Henley's voice doesn't crack like a bad hotel mirror. The tempo slows for that ominous build, and get this, the master tape has 33 edits spliced together. 3 days just on the guitar duel between Felder and Walsh. Felder on his Gibson Les Paul, Walsh shredding a Fender Telecaster. It's a 2-minute 12-second orgasm of arpeggios and harmonies that Guitarist magazine voted the best solo ever. But drama? Oh, plenty. Next door at Criteria, Black Sabbath is blasting through technical ecstasy, bleeding noise into the Eagles' takes. They have to halt sessions, redo The Last Resort. Imagine Ozzy Osbourne unwittingly sabotaging Don Henley's epic environmental lament. And speaking of band beefs, on Victim of Love, Felder belts out lead vocals in early cuts, but the guys nix it, handing the mic to Henley. Felder's still salty about that one. The album drops December 8, 1976, and the cover? A twilight shot of the Beverly Hills Hotel, snapped from a cherry picker 60 feet up on Sunset Boulevard. Designer Kosh gives it a sinister glow, but the hotel flips out, threatening lawsuits over their image being hijacked. Inside, the gatefold shows the band and pals in the Lido Hotel lobby. Spot the shadowy figure on the balcony? Fans swore it was Anton LaVey or a ghost, but nah, just a creepy vibe. Run-out grooves on the vinyl etch. Is it 6 o'clock yet? And VOL is 5-piece live, bragging that Victim of Love was cut live in the studio. No overdubs on the instruments. A middle finger to critics calling them studio phonies. As the album launches, the ascent to legend kicks in like a nitrous boost. Hotel California. The single hits, February '77, tops the Billboard Hot 100 for a week, the Eagles' fourth #1, and snags Grammy Record of the Year in '78. But here's the bold swipe. Their manager, Irving Azoff, boycotts the ceremony unless a win's guaranteed. They skip it, Henley later quipping contests for Best Song are absurd, like judging who makes the best margarita in a tequila drought. The album sells 32 million worldwide, certified 26 times platinum, but success cracks the band wider. Henley admits they peaked here. Free blames the Fame monster for their 80 split. Live, they've belted it over 2,000 times. Eagles at 1,057, Felder solo 202, Henley 187. At their '98 Hall of Fame induction, all 7 members jam it together for the only time. Henley, Frey, Felder, Walsh, Leiden, Meisner, Schmidt. Pure magic, or maybe just contractual obligation with a side of nostalgia. And the ripple effects? That chord progression, BM to F sound and so on, mirrors a 1969 Jethro Tull track we used to know, but Felder denies cribbing it. Ian Anderson jokes it's just common harmonics, like blaming Shakespeare for every sonnet. Obscure fact, the Eagles refused to shorten the 6-minute beast for radio, staring down the label like, take it or leave it. Spoiler, radio took it, and it became a staple, even inspiring a '94 acoustic version on Hell Freezes Over with a flamenco flair. But the enduring impact? That's where the quirky aftermath gets deliciously weird. Hotel California isn't just a song, it's a cultural black hole. Rolling Stone ranks it 49th on their 500 greatest songs. Wait, 311th in the redo because tastes evolve or whatever. It's in the Rock Hall's Shaping Songs list, #1 on Guitar World's Best 12-string tracks. Pop culture devours it. Gypsy King's cover in The Big Lebowski, nods in The Sopranos, American Horror Story, Hotel, even Shang-Chi credits. Producer Julia Phillips pitches a movie adaptation. Henley and crew shut it down flat. Meanings unpacked like Russian dolls. It's greed in the music biz, with the hotel as a trap for artists signing soul-sucking deals. Such a lovely place, drips sarcasm, highlighting facade over rot. They stab it with their steely knives, shouts out Steely Dan, tit for tat after Dan's Turn Up the Eagles line in Everything You Did. We haven't had that spirit here since 1969. Not booze, folks. It's the death of 60s idealism swapped for 70s disco decadence. Rumors run rampant. Satanism because of that lobby shadow? Reverend Paul Risley claims it's Anton LaVey's church-turned-hotel with backward devil messages. Felder laughs it off in 19, pure bollocks. Others say it's Camarillo Mental Hospital, drug rehab, or cannibals. Henley sets it straight. It's American excess, burnout, corruption. Niche nugget. Her mind is Tiffany twisted, she got the Mercedes-Benz. From Henley's ex, Laurie Rodkin, all jewels and luxury woes. Cultural quirks. The Hotel California effect describes sticky situations like Brexit or quitting Facebook. You can check out, but your data never leaves. A CIA op in Iraq nabs the name Operation Hotel California. Tribute? A Czech singer, Victoria, covers it, hits fame, then tragedy, killed by her hubby. Henley sues Frank Ocean in 2014 for sampling in American Wedding, calling him arrogant for not asking. What if the hotel was real? Imagine Airbnb reviews. 5 stars for the mirrors on the ceiling, -1 for the beast that won't die. Or satirical swipe. In a world of streaming, the Eagles fought piracy before it was cool. 2022 sees 3 blokes charged with hawking stolen lyric sheets worth $1 million, including Hotel California drafts. Case drops in 24 over dodgy emails, but Henley fights on. Ripple on culture? It's quoted in politics, welfare debates, even cloud computing exits. Obscure tribute, a stage adaptation? Nah, but fans dream it. Picture a Broadway musical where the beast is a dancing demon in bell-bottoms. So there you have it, the wild, wacky history of the Eagles' Hotel California, a masterpiece that traps you in its lore forever. If this dive into the behind-the-song facts, meanings, and obscure trivia had you chuckling or wide-eyed, smash that like button, subscribe for more rock revelations from the Rock Lore Vault, and drop a comment. What's your craziest Hotel California theory? Until next time, remember, you can check out anytime you like. But this riff, it's eternal. Boom.